Can you just repeat the question again, please?
What does it mean to be British? And what are the British values that you are most proud of?
I think that the British value I'm most proud of would be fair play. I've striven for equality. I've worked on equality issues, particularly for women and girls, for the past, for 30 years in policing, but also more specifically during the last 10 years. I think we know that women, didn't have the vote up until a number of years ago. So I think equality of women, sex-based rights is something that I'm really passionate about. So that would be the British value that I would major on. Thank you.
Thank you. Matt?
Thank you, Beth, for the question. Well, I've caused a little bit of controversy during this campaign for some of my earlier comments about what it means to be British. And what I said, to be clear, is that citizenship is not the same thing as belonging, and belonging requires more than a piece of paper. And why did I say that? Because in order to make a nation and a community, you have to have an emotional bond to that community. You have to have an obligation and a responsibility to your fellow citizens. And I said that because when Salman Abedi walked into Manchester Evening News Arena and blew up families and children, he was rejecting that emotional bond, that responsibility to his fellow citizens. I will never ever change my mind about those cases. If you are British, you have an obligation and a sense of responsibility to your fellow citizens. It's not about race, it's not about ethnicity, it's not about religion. It is about having a responsibility to your community.
Jackie?
What I'm most proud of being British is our sense of decency and tolerance, and the fact that many people of many different origins can rub along together, different faiths, work together, play together, talk to each other, wishing my neighbours Ramadan Mubarak when it happens next week, and they wish me a Merry Christmas. It's about being together and shared community. It's about the things that bind us. That's what makes me proud to be British, and that's what I think we are. We're better than this dystopian view that's being promoted elsewhere on this platform. We've got a good community and we need to build on that.
Thank you. Hannah?
Thank you. I could talk about this for absolutely ages, but I won't, because it means a lot to me. I think being British means chipping in and mucking along and being part of a community that looks after each other. I know that whether you've lived in Greater Manchester for all your life like I have, or whether you came here yesterday, if you're part of our community and you're mucking in, you're one of us. I don't believe that we should start demonising people who are immigrants or from an immigrant background. We're seeing these real splits forming in society, which really worries me, and it's pushed by divisive politicians. And I will say, after the Manchester Arena terror attacks, like a lot of us who lived here in this city, who were absolutely appalled by what happened, what we saw in the days and weeks and months and years after, for those of us that were here and experienced that, was a coming together. Whether we're from a different background, a different religion, if we cared about each other, we cared about each other. And that is what being British means to me.
Angelique?
To me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So to me, being British means that you have got to be proud. You have got to be proud of your community. You got to be proud of the diversity. You got to be proud that the British are compassionate. You got to be proud that the British have got common decency. You got to be proud that we're standing shoulder to shoulder.